All right, today we're going to demystify a really powerful learning method called block teaching. We'll break down how one specific postgraduate module uses this super intensive format to help students master international business and strategy.
So, let me ask you a question. How do you think you could master a complex business subject in just 7 weeks? I mean, it sounds almost impossible, right? Well, believe it or not, there's an academic model designed for exactly that kind of intense, focused learning.
And the answer is something called block teaching. The best way to think of it is like a deep dive. So instead of juggling a bunch of different subjects at once, you get completely immersed in one single comprehensive module. The whole goal here is focus, depth, and a real, genuine understanding.
And just to give you an idea of the academic weight we're talking about, consider this number, 30. That's how many postgraduate credits this one module is worth. So yeah, this isn't just another course. It's a massive pillar of a master's degree.
Okay, first up, what exactly is block teaching? Let's get into the details of what this immersive model is all about.
So a 30-credit module like this goes deep. By combining two really pivotal areas of business, it gives you a much more comprehensive understanding than you'd normally get. And the structure is all built around practical application. It's this blend of lectures, hands-on workshops, and seminars designed to turn theory into action.
So what does this immersive experience actually look like from week to week? Let's break down the schedule.
The 7-week journey is basically a structured sprint. The first 6 weeks are all about intensive learning, through lectures and a ton of practical work. This all builds directly into week 7, which is completely focused on you applying all that knowledge in your final assessment.
Here's a look at the weekly breakdown. Now, while you've got 2 hours for lectures, the real core of the week is the massive 6 hours of seminars. That's where you're really applying the concepts. Add in 2 hours of your own self-directed learning, and you can see the schedule is totally weighted towards active, hands-on work.
I mean, think about that. 6 hours of seminars every single week. These are 2 3-hour sessions where you really have to move beyond just listening to theory. This is your dedicated time for analysis, for problem solving, and for practical application. It's a fundamentally active way to learn, not a passive one.
So, what's the actual content? Well, this whole module is built on 2 core pillars. And here they are: international business and business strategy. So on one side, you're learning all the nuts and bolts of operating across different countries and cultures, and on the other, you're building those high-level strategic frameworks you need to actually navigate and win in those global markets.
But here's the thing. These aren't taught in isolation. The real power comes from how they're woven together. So how does that actually work?
The whole goal is to provide a holistic understanding. In other words, it's about connecting the dots, seeing the clear link between a company's day-to-day international operations and its big-picture strategic decisions.
And here's what that looks like in practice. You learn to align your international moves with your overall strategy. You're analyzing real case studies, you're formulating plans for a competitive advantage, and ultimately, you're equipped with a toolkit that's designed to drive success on a global scale.
Okay, finally we get to week 7, the final assessment. But this whole process is actually designed to be way more supportive than it is stressful.
The final week is a really clear 2-step process. First, you get personalized feedback from your tutor. They're there to support you and help you polish your work before it's even due. And only then, at the end of the week, do you submit your final coursework.
This means that final week isn't just about a deadline. It's an active period of refinement. It's your chance to apply everything you've learned and make it even better with expert guidance right before you submit.
And all of this leads to the ultimate goal. See, it's not really about just passing a test. It's about giving you a tangible skill, the ability to both devise and then actually execute a successful global strategy.
So after an immersive experience like this, the question isn't if you can create a global strategy. The real question is, how will you build yours?